Let me begin with a simple announcement. I have never apologized for who I am. Not once, not for my voice, not for my mind, not for my presence, not for my body, and not for my story, failure included. You either align with me or you don't. Simple. I'm not a trial version. I'm not a demo, and I'm not here for performance reviews. Recently, I had a revelation, the kind that drops into your spirit while you're drinking water and minding your business. You can be fully yourself. You can be bold, magnetic, loud, brilliant, and still find yourself navigating a world that keeps trying to hand you permission slips you never requested. My spirit said, return them, all of them. We're not seeking permission. We're setting the tone. You're listening to Pixel Reflections, the podcast where we zoom into the pixels of life, identity, chaos, and clarity, and drag every moment until the bigger picture finally reveals itself. I'm Olajumoke, writer, narrator, and unapologetic human being. I arrived on this planet with full brightness settings and never learned how to dim. I don't do permission slips, disclaimers, or personality adjustments. If you're here, welcome. If you're confused, recalibrate. Today's episode is called The Unapologetic Self. And let me say this clearly before we go any further. This is not an episode about becoming unapologetic, please. I've been unapologetic since the womb. I probably arrived on this earth like, good afternoon, everyone. Adjust your expectations. I'm here. This episode is about something deeper. Living unapologetically in a world that keeps trying to invoice you for existing. Because people love to say be yourself, but what they're really saying and what they really mean is be yourself, but not like that. And I'm like, unfortunately, this is the only version available. No updates pending. So picture this. I'm in my house, drinking water like a responsible human being that I am, when a thought dropped into my mind like a spiritual notification. Why am I still explaining myself to people who don't even understand themselves? I froze. Because that thought didn't feel random. It felt like clarity. Like my mind finally turned on all the lights at once. Like the universe tapped me on the shoulder and said, look again. And the message was clear. You're not shrinking. You're not dimming. You're not apologizing. But you're managing. And for what? There is a version of you that has never apologized for anything. A version that has never dimmed, never softened, never negotiated its presence. And every time you shrink, that version waits, patient, steady, unbothered for your return. When you stop managing other people's reactions to your greatness, your spirit develops symptoms, not medical symptoms, spiritual symptoms. Identity ones, symptoms that let the universe know, this one has finally woken up. Let me list the real ones, the ones nobody warns you about. The unapologetic no. Short, sharp, delivered with the confidence of someone who has paid their rent on time for 12 consecutive months. The equity walk. You enter rooms like you own 30% of the building and 60% of the air rights. The silence upgrade. You stop laughing at unfunny jokes. Your peace is now a luxury time. The boundary renaissance. Actually, that doesn't work for me. Becomes your new national anthem. The joy expansion. You stop shrinking your happiness to make other people feel tall. The access audit. You start reviewing who has VIP access to your life and realize half of them were interns. The translation retirement. You stop explaining your personality to people who don't speak your language. The space claiming frequency. You take up space like it's your birthright, because it is. The energy refund policy. You stop giving energy to people who drain you. No refunds, no exchanges. the vibe verification process. You start checking if people deserve your presence before you show up. Yeah, you do. The emotional Wi-Fi upgrade. Your spirit stops connecting to low-frequency networks. The unbothered posture. Your shoulders relax, your face softens, and suddenly people think you're mysterious. The self-respect inflation. Your standards rise like fuel prices. The peace first policy. If it disturbs your peace, it's automatically too expensive. The I don't explain myself era. You stop giving TED Talks about your decisions. I'm not available for nonsense aura. People feel it before you say it. At this point, your spirit is standing in the corner with arms folded like finally they have arrived. Took long enough. Being unapologetic is not a personality trait. It's a frequency, a vibration, a spiritual Wi-Fi. Some people can't connect. That's not your problem. Tell them to upgrade their router. The unapologetic self is the version of you that doesn't negotiate presence, doesn't shrink joy, doesn't soften truth, doesn't manage brilliance, and doesn't apologize for existing. This version of you just is. Fully, boldly, elegantly, confidently, consistently. You know exactly where you've been managing yourself. You know exactly who you've been shrinking from. You know exactly which rooms you've been dimming in. This is your reminder not to become unapologetic. You know exactly where you've been managing yourself. You know exactly who you've been shrinking from. You know exactly which rooms you've been dimming in. This is your reminder not to be unapologetic, but to return to the version of you that always was. Ask yourself, where have I been managing myself? Who am I still explaining myself to? What truth have I been softening? What version of me feels like power? What would happen if I stopped performing? These questions are not gentle. They're not soft. They're not polite. They are accurate. Now say this with me. I'm not here to shrink. I'm not here to soften. I'm not here to negotiate my presence. I'm not here to apologize for existing. I'm here to take up space. I'm here to be seen. I'm here to be heard. I'm here to be myself fully, boldly, loudly, and beautifully. I am the unapologetic self, and I'm not taking attendance for who approves. Thank you for listening. If this episode dragged you lovingly by the edges, or reminded you that you've been managing your brilliance, share it with someone who needs to stop negotiating their presence too. And listen, if you're here, if you're resonating, if you're nodding, if you're laughing, if you're feeling seen, follow the podcast. It helps more people find this space. Leave a comment or a review. Tell me what hit you, what dragged you, what freed you. Your words help this community grow. And before you go, tap the poll attached to this episode. I want to know where you've been managing yourself the most. Your honesty helps shape the conversations we build in this space. The companion PDF for this episode is waiting for you, filled with prompts, grounding practices, and space to step into your unapologetic self. And if you're ready to go deeper, the identity bundle is waiting for you. It's for the ones who are done managing and ready to take up space. Until next time, stand tall, stand true, stand unapologetically. The world adjusts to those who refuse to shrink.